Are you prepared to suffer to save your son? You have 5 minutes to cut off the last section of one of your fingers in front of the camera. If you succeed, you will get your reward.
Agent Norman Jaden, FBI.
Good evening. My name's Scott Shelby. I'm a private detective. I'm investigating the case of the Oregon killer.
I'd like a room.
Madison Page, 27, single.
Ethan Mars has had psychological problems since his first son died. He is haunted by visions of drowning bodies. A few weeks ago, after one of our usual sessions, I found this on the floor. It must have fallen out of his pocket.
Ash, I want you to assign every available man to finding Ethan Mars. I want you to keep an eye on the train stations, the airports, the bus terminals. I want every cop in the city on his ass, so that if he moves, we know about it. You're gonna die, you son of a bitch.
I swore on my son's grave that I would kill the man who murdered him.
Just don't believe he's guilty.
Your other son, Mrs. Shepherd. What was his name?
Everything I did for love.
Alright, welcome to my third episode now. Back on camera, I'm not in the darkness anymore. Conquered that with Alan Wake. Here doing review for Heavy Rain. Finally finished it a little bit ago. It's been out for a while now. A lot of people had mixed opinions on it. I think it's a solid game. I really enjoyed it. It's for PS3 only. It's exclusive. It's made by Quantic Dream. They're a studio I'd never heard of before. Some of you have heard of it, maybe familiar with their work. I'm not. I apologize for that. I'm not an expert on their company. With this game, basically, it's unlike any game that I've ever played. It's an interactive drama, which means it's a drama game. You play as, in this game specifically, you play as 4 different characters. You go through their stories, figuring out how they relate to the story. It's hard to describe. It's really difficult to describe. But the 4 characters, the reason they're tied together is because of the Origami Killer. He's the antagonist in this, and basically something happens in the beginning to a character, and then you go through the story figuring out the story itself. It's a very interesting story. I don't want to give spoilers away if you haven't played it, and even if I give the slightest detail, it does give away to the story. What makes this game so special is the fact that everything you do determines the outcome of the story. Within the 4 characters, you make choices, do daily activities. To start out, you go through the motions of a character doing just waking up and spending time with his family. That's one of the things you do. And how you interact with them and the different things you do will determine events later in the game. So I feel that's really unique. With this being done, you have so many different options for an ending. You could do the wrong thing by accident without you even realizing it, but not necessarily it being wrong. It's just everything changes. You have scenes where you can shave your character's face, you can wash your hands, you can go to the bathroom even. You can take a shower. I mean, every little thing is in this game. You just do daily routines. In the demo for this game, those of you who have played the demo, you are this detective and you go and investigate with this prostitute. You ask questions, and everything you do, if you ask the wrong questions, but like I said, there is no wrong question, you could be unlocking different stories. And it might, each person's going to have a different ending to this game. I don't know how many endings there are exactly, but I guarantee if you don't do the same thing, if you do something slightly different your second playthrough, you're going to have a different outcome to the game, which is great. Not many games are like this out there because everybody's so focused on the online multiplayer. This game does not have that, thank you. But I recommend playing this through multiple times when you do play it, because you're going to have a different outcome each time. And is it worth it? Is it worth the $60 that games are now? Yes, I really think that it's worth every penny. It's a great story, and you really get sucked into the drama of the game. It's almost like a 8 to 10 hour movie, and you really get invested in the characters and not so much relate to them, because the things they go through is kind of nothing that you probably should ever hope to go through in your life, but you really relate to the characters. How? I don't know. You'll get it when you play it, trust me. With the game, I don't know if it comes with, I believe it comes with every copy. You get this little origami figure. It's the thing that the origami killer leaves at each scene, as he gives himself away as clues. I don't understand criminals, they always give themselves away, but he leaves clues. I guess he wants to be found. But in the beginning of the game, they show you how to make this while the game installs your hard drive. It takes about 10 minutes to install, which kind of sucks if you just want to pop in the game and play, but after it's installed, it's fine. You don't have to install anything else. But during this 10 minutes, it gives you a walkthrough with that origami figure, how to make it, and it's really cool. It's a little collectible thing, and it takes away from that 10 minutes having to sit and wait for it to install. I say a lot. Apologies for that. Basically, this game allows different types of options. It has dialogue options, where it allows you to manipulate the story that way. There's also fight sequences where you have to hit the correct one. Yeah, you have to hit the correct buttons the correct way, different movements. There's car scenes, there's action sequences with guns, there's fist fight scenes. There's even a dance clip scene where you have to dance at a club, then do it the correct way to persuade and manipulate a male. So for the men out there who have never been a female, you can try that and see if you're into that. So that's really cool. Graphically, this game is probably one of the best besides Metal Gear for the PlayStation 3 that I've seen. The character movements and their facial responses, just everything about their facial design is it's the best that I've seen for this type of game. Possibly one of the best for the PS3 right now. Story, obviously this is a story-driven game. The dialogue sometimes is quite annoying, with him yelling for his son Jason. I'm not giving any spoilers why he's yelling for him, but there's an annoying part. You'll know it. It's very close to the beginning of the game, so you'll know when you get there. The only flaw with this game is the controls. The movement feels clunky. You have to like hold, I believe it's L2 down, and then you move with one of the analog sticks. I feel that's kind of awkward, and then with the right analog you control the head movements. I don't know how else they could have done it to make it flow better, but it just seems clunky to me. To have the character probably just move with the left analog would have been better, but it makes sense how they did it, but at the same time it's very clunky. Trying to wrap this up here. Basically, I do recommend this game for you all out there. I give it a 90 out of 100, so an A-. Like I said, the controls are my biggest complaint. The graphics are amazing. The story, it's story driven. You're going to get into it, guaranteed. Other than that, I didn't really have many complaints about it. The replayability is amazing with the different endings and everything you do different. I'm actually going to go through and be not a good person and be negative throughout it and see how my story varies. But definitely get it. It's PS3 exclusive, so sorry Xbox and Wii people, and I'm not sure if it'll be on PC, but definitely pick it up, rent it if you're concerned about it. It takes about 8 to 10 hours to play through, but definitely support Heavy Rain. Awesome game. Thank you, and thanks for watching another episode. Hope you were entertained.